Hey guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Sports and Stuff. It's me, Adam Williams, and I'm here with my friend Riley Cregan again. How you doing, Riley?
Pretty good. Hope y'all are doing well. It's a new year.
Yeah, happy 2019 to everyone. Riley and I are back in Chapel Hill. We shot the last 2 episodes in beautiful Goldsboro, North Carolina.
Beautiful city.
But we did have to take a week break because of scheduling issues. I was sick, didn't really want to talk for an hour. So here we are back on January 12th, and we're going to talk today about a little bit of the college football. We're going to talk about the championship game, and then we're going to preview this week's second round of the NFL playoffs.
And then we're going to talk about some stuff.
Yeah, a little bit of stuff coming at you hot. All right, so we're going to, once again, just jump right in. College football playoff championship, Alabama versus Clemson. What you think, Riley?
Wow. Wow. Like, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Maybe you picked Clemson to win. Neither of us, both of us said Bama would win.
Yep.
And the opposite happened. Bama didn't just lose, they lost by a lot.
Yeah, they got murked.
They got destroyed on every asset of the ball. Like, every single part of football they lost, and they lost in special teams with their fake field goal.
I think the big kicker here is the fact that Nick Saban got out coached.
Yeah.
And like that's what everyone's surprised about.
When I was watching it, I was like, wow, I've never seen this ever before. I've never seen Nick Saban get dominated like this. And then afterwards I figured out no one's ever seen Nick Saban get dominated like this, even like before. This was his worst loss since he coached the Miami Dolphins.
Dang. This Clemson team might have beaten that Miami Dolphins. I mean, goodness gracious. They were without their best defensive player, too.
Yeah.
And we all saw stud Trevor Lawrence be a stud.
God. Did you see his hair?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It's quite the mane.
Yeah, and his arm was even more impressive. He's better than half the NFL quarterbacks in the league.
That's a very hot take, but by the time he's drafted, he certainly will be.
He's got to put a little more meat on his bones, and he's got to play more than 11 games or 10 games that he played this year.
It's gonna be crazy in a year or 2 or 3 when he decides to declare, like.
People are saying he'd go 1 right now. It'd be the number 1 quarterback out of the draft right now.
Well, yeah, it is a weak quarterback draft.
Yeah, it is. But my thing is with this Clemson team, they are young. They're going to run the country for the next 2 years. That's my prediction. They're winning the next 2 national championships. They are the new Bama. 3-peats. They have 60 freshmen and sophomores on their team. They have 87 people guaranteed to return. Basically, no offensive starters leaving. Their only kryptonite I could see is they have 7 defensive starters going to the draft.
Yeah.
And their entire D-line. But, with 60 freshmen, sophomores, and an incoming recruiting class that's number 6 in the nation or 7 in the nation, I think they're going to be okay.
You think Clemson starts to compete with Alabama's recruiting dominance?
Yes. They already stole, their freshman that went off against the Bama was the number 1 receiver in Alabama. They already stole that from Bama. They wanted him. They didn't get him.
Well, here's some great news is next season in Kenan Memorial Stadium, Clemson will be traveling here to get an ass whooping from the Mac Brown Tar Heels.
Absolutely destroyed by the previously 2-9 Tar Heels, but soon to be
national championship.
Yes. Reason though why Clemson will steal from Bama's recruiting class is because coaching stability.
Yeah.
Their coordinators don't leave. Bama's coordinators already left. OC's already gone. This year, the recruits have said that they like the stability in Clemson.
What do you think that says about Dabo?
That says that people like to coach for him. It also says that Clemson's paying them pretty well.
Yeah.
And I just think that Clemson's been a little underrated too, and that's why everyone's stealing Bama.
Yeah, that is crazy. And I said it on the last episode we had that Clemson had the best defense in the country by far.
I didn't know because they were playing ACC opponents, so
right.
I didn't know, to be honest. I did not know it was that good.
Yeah. I mean, I did, but I still, even with that knowledge, I was saying that Alabama was gonna win it by a long shot.
Yeah, I mean, because it was the first Bama team with a soon-to-be pro quarterback, a star quarterback.
And Tua did not seem, he was rattled.
Yeah.
He was heavily rattled. I half expected Jalen Hurts to come in.
Yeah, well, he did at the end. I don't know if you watched.
Yeah, but it was, the game was too far gone at that point. Trevor Lawrence, real deal. Very real deal.
Clemson's scary next 2 years.
I don't know. I'm gonna say something real bold right here. I don't think that we've seen this good of a college quarterback since Andrew Luck was in college.
Well, no, I said, right, I have written here, next big thing, next Andrew Luck / Peyton Manning. Yeah. Or I said more athletic Peyton Manning, which is basically Andrew Luck.
Yeah, we'll see. Once teams are going to start mixing it up on him, I think, and we'll see how it goes because he didn't even play the whole season this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's a small sample size.
Yeah, small sample size, but we'll see. I expect big things from Trevor Lawrence. I'll jump on his train. I would like to see him get a haircut.
Yeah, I think he'd look a little better with the haircut, but I mean, he could be like Anthony Davis with his
at the unibrow.
With the unibrow.
I don't know.
Brand that thing.
I don't know. Riley, did you see the photo that went around on Instagram of him wearing a Carolina shirt?
Oh, a Carolina shirt?
Yeah, it was him when he was probably a freshman in high school, and it was a picture of him and his girlfriend, and he was wearing a Carolina shirt.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did we miss him with our powerful program?
I don't know. Larry Fedora failed us again. Beyond the grave, he failed us.
And he still has $14 million coming his way.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty much college football. Clemson's going to be really good next 2 years. Trevor Lawrence is a god, and we were shocked that Nick Saban lost by that many.
Yeah. And it's going to be a shame when Clemson loses to the Tar Heels next year.
Damn shame.
At least you get to go to that game. I won't be a student anymore, so I won't be at that game.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. Speaking of Trevor Lawrence and Andrew Luck, how do you think Andrew Luck's Colts are going to fare this week?
Okay, I have one thing to say. Last week, the Colts played the Houston Texans, and they dominated them. The Texans' defense, 6th against running backs this year.
Damn.
And the Colts ripped them for 200 rushing yards.
Damn.
5.7 yards per carry.
Oh, preach.
And Chiefs, they're 30th versus running backs.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh, Andy Reid. Uh-oh, Kansas City. Don't let it happen again. They're going to run all over the Chiefs. They're going to control possession, dominate time of possession, and they're going to keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands. They also have Andrew Luck, who can throw it against the Chiefs' 27th ranked pass defense. And Kansas City's going to lose again. First round, they're going to lose. The Colts are going to the AFC Championship. And they're going to the Super Bowl, too.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Riley's off the Seahawks, and he is
Colts to the ball, baby.
He's on to the Colts. All right, this is what I got, man. Today at 4:35 on NBC, we're going to see the MVP, Patrick Mahomes, and he's going to be playing against the comeback player of the year, Andrew Luck.
He's going to play phenomenal. He's not going to lose a beat. He's going to play really well and score a lot of points against the Colts. But it's not going to be enough. Not with the time of possession the Colts have and Andrew Luck throwing all over them.
Look,
keep going.
Kansas City's only defensive strength, is the pass rush.
Yep.
And Indianapolis has one of the best pass blocking in the league. They've given up 1 sack a game for the past 5 games.
Lowest in the league.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be really close. I do. But I'm also taking the Colts in this one. I got them winning 28-27.
I got 31-27.
Well,
pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Guess the Chiefs are definitely only scoring 27.
Yeah, that's a fact. So go ahead and place your bets.
And my reason for them only scoring 27 is not because Mahomes or anyone on that Chiefs offense is going to play poorly. It's just because the Colts are going to dominate time of possession, keep the ball in their hands, and maybe get home with a couple sacks.
Yeah. And it's a snow game.
Yeah.
I think that's going to affect it. I don't know how it's going to affect it, but we're going to see.
Snow never bodes well for the pass.
Yeah. Well, last time the Colts played in snow, it was at the Bills, and they lost 13-7.
Right. Did they have Andrew Luck?
They did, but it was the first. Actually, maybe they didn't. I don't know on that. But they ran 20.
No. I remember that was last.
Yeah, it was 2017.
It was when LaShawn McCoy won at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
I think that was Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
But no Kareem Hunt for the Chiefs in a snow game hurts.
Yeah.
Not that Marlon Mack is elite, but the way that offensive line is playing
Right.
on the Colts side right now.
Yeah. They're making Marlon Mack look really good.
All right, Colts to the bowl. Colts to the first beating the Chiefs, and then they're beating whoever they play next.
Yeah. I gotta say, if New England falls out of it, I think the Colts are gonna be my number one team that I'm cheering for.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, I have one on the other side that I'm cheering for, but AFC Colts are already my team.
Yeah. I think, I've been on the Luck train for a long time. Since he's been at Stanford, I really liked him. I think he got gypped from 2 Heisman. RG3 won the Heisman over him in his senior year, and I was severely disappointed he didn't deserve it. Andrew Luck did.
And not to mention he got gypped out of basically 2 years of his NFL career.
Yeah.
Because they
Thank
couldn't
you, Chuck
protect him.
Pagano, for that one.
Thank you, Frank Wright, for saving his career.
Yes.
And offensive line.
We're all happy to. I don't think there's an NFL fan or player out there that's unhappy to see Andrew Luck thriving.
Yeah.
I mean, players love him, fans love him. He's just a good guy.
He's just a goofy, funny, good guy.
I actually saw a video of Andrew Luck. It was on Twitter. Of Andrew Luck swearing in an interview on accident. Did you see that?
Yeah, he got really, really upset about it.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man." He was like, "I apologize about that."
He's like, I was just trying to say that, he's a good player, but I apologize.
The way he stares off after that, he
looked
so
so
disappointed.
sad.
He was so disappointed in himself. I felt for him. I was like, "Andrew, it's okay, man. We all slip up."
It wasn't even, that was like shit or something.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
All right. How bad are the Rams going to beat Dallas?
All right. Well, this is interesting for me. So, it's Dallas, the team I hate, won.
Yeah, Dallas sucks.
And also the team that ruined my career-making prediction of the Hawks to the bowl. No, that was more Seattle. I think Dallas has been a very lucky team. I think they have got lucky with some games in the regular season, got lucky with their schedule down the stretch, got lucky with their division sucking, and then got lucky that Russell Wilson was basically like chained and wasn't allowed to throw the ball because of Pete Carroll last week. Regardless, they have continually proved me wrong. I keep picking against them, and they keep proving me wrong. And I don't like the Rams in the playoffs because besides Aaron Donald, their defense is okay. Jared Goff is streaky. Their offense is really good, but they're streaky. It's not like LA's really that much of a home field advantage for them.
Yeah, nobody cares in LA.
Yeah. But at the same time, I also feel like the Cowboys are overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Because they keep getting written as this like elite defense. What would you define elite defense? Would you say top what to be elite defense?
Top 5.
Top 5. Me too. They're 7th overall. They're 10th against QBs. And they're 8th against running backs. That's a good defense. That's not an elite defense.
Yep.
And they're playing against an elite offense. An offense that's 2nd in rushing yards, 5th in passing yards, and 2nd overall in total yards. So they should get torched. On paper, I like the Rams, but the Cowgirls keep proving me wrong, so I'm actually going to pick the Cowgirls.
Wow.
Just because they keep every time I pick against them, they seem to prove me wrong, and they keep getting lucky, and I think this is what's going to happen. The Rams are going to choke, Gurley's going to get banged up in the second quarter, and the Cowgirls are going to squeak their way into the NFC Championship.
Well, it all depends on if they tried to let Dak win the game or if they try to let Zeke win the game. Because if Dak has to win the game, Dallas is going to lose.
Yeah, but they have, to give them credit, they have put it in Zeke hands, and that's why they've won games.
Well, the Rams' run defense is not that good, which is beyond me how it's not that good because
I know, it's unreal.
It's unreal how bad, and the Rams' defense isn't even bad. They're not bottom tier defense. But the fact that they're mid tier or even less than elite,
15 or 16,
is beyond me. They have Ndamukong Suh, they have Aaron Donald, they have Bruce Irvin,
Fowler.
Yeah, they have so many guys.
Peters, now Aqib Talib's back.
Yeah, I mean they should be the best defense.
They got all these names. The only one that's really performing is Aaron Donald.
Yeah, and he's only performing in the pass rush. He's not a run stopper.
No.
Yeah, I think, and also to the Cowboys' credit, Jared Goff, he played well against the Cardinals and 49ers, if you think that matters. But the 2 weeks before that, they played the Bears and Eagles, and he threw 5 interceptions and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a streaky quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see.
The first quarter decides how well he usually does in a game.
Yeah. So, actually, this is an interesting factoid that I found in my research. Mm-hmm. This is the 9th time in NFL history that the Rams and Cowboys will play in the postseason.
Wow.
That is the most
that's a lot.
Any two teams have met. And they are 4-4.
Hey,
so
break the tie.
This is a tiebreaker game tonight, 8:15 on Fox.
What's your final score?
I didn't give a final score. I said the Rams are going to win by 10+. I
hope you're right.
I'll give you a final score. Final score 35-21 Rams.
Like I said, Cowboys somehow get lucky. Something happens. Some anomaly play happens in this game, and it helps them squeak by 28-24 into the NFC Championship, where they will get smacked by whoever is there.
I just don't see the Rams putting up putting up 24. They're putting up 30.
What if Gurley gets hurt in the second quarter?
C.J. Anderson has been filling his shoes very well.
All right. I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right, too, because... And it's honestly... I kind of like some of the Dallas players. Zeke is pretty cool. I don't think Dak is as good as Cowboys fans make him out to be, but I think he's a good quarterback. I'm not a big Jason Garrett guy, but they have some guys that I like on the defense. It's just the Cowboys fans. I'm sorry if I have any Cowboys fans listeners, but, the fact that most Cowboys fans are just so all in on the Cowboys being like a dynasty when they haven't won a playoff game in
23 years.
Yeah, they won their first one.
One. Well, no, sorry. Third win in 23 years. Third win in 23 years.
Yeah, it's rough. Especially as a Patriots fan, hearing that, it kind of grinds my gears a little bit. All right. Patriots.
I agree. It's the fans, not the players. All right. What we got? We got the L.A. Chargers going into Foxborough.
Yep. Tomorrow, 105 CBS.
Here's my thing. Everyone's talking about this stat. Rivers is 0-7 versus Tom Brady. Tom Brady 7-0 against Rivers.
Yep.
What's more worrisome if I'm a Chargers fan for me is Phillip Rivers is not used to going to Foxborough in January. Yep. Let alone playing in January, because he usually doesn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's not used to going to Foxborough in January. That is a cold place to go in January.
Yep.
First of all, January is the worst month of the year. Just a random thought of mine. It just sucks. Nothing happens in January. I hope your birthday's not in January.
It's not in January.
Okay. It's a high of 28 degrees on Sunday. Yikes for Phillip Rivers. But as a team, I think the Chargers are a better team. I think Phillip Rivers has arguably had a better year than Tom Brady. He's had a better passer rating, more touchdowns, better yards per attempt. But I don't really care about the stats in this game. All I care about is it's New England at home in Foxborough against Phillip Rivers, who never plays in Foxborough. Give me Tom Brady and Belichick against a team that didn't impress me against the Ravens.
No, that's when I was watching that game last week, Baltimore and L.A., I was just thinking Belichick is sitting in Foxborough right now licking his chops at the thought of playing either of these teams. Belichick is 6-1 all time against coaches in their first career postseason. This is Anthony Lynn's first career postseason. I think Anthony Lynn gets outcoached. I think Brady extends it to 8-0 over Rivers. Foxborough is going to be insane tomorrow. It is going to be, a crazy environment. I've seen stuff, the Beat LA stuff, like Julian Edelman has been tweeting out, and there was like this really awesome video about the rivalry between Boston and LA, and it went back to like basketball and all sorts of stuff, and it's really inspiring to watch for me. Here's a stat. I did not know this. New England has the number 1 pass protecting offensive line in the league. And we all know that Tom Brady, the only way to beat Tom Brady is if you can pressure him up the middle and get him rattled. LA has the team to do that. They have the 2 best pass rushers, arguably, in the league.
They did do that against Baltimore. Yep.
Bosa and Ingram. Melvin Ingram was by far the best football player on the field. He created havoc the entire game. I don't think he's going to be able to create that level of havoc. I'm taking the offensive line of the Patriots in this battle. I also think that LA's offense is not 100% without Melvin Gordon, and he's kind of fragile right now. So for that reason, I am taking New England and Foxborough 35-25.
Yeah, I have New England and Foxborough 27-17, a little more low scoring. Just because the Chargers offense, I know they're playing the great Ravens defense, but they look bad, and they didn't score their points without a turnover really from their defense first, or for some great field position because they sacked Lamar Jackson like every other play. Yeah. And that's just because, and I think the defense looked better because they were playing such a bad offense. So I just see Belichick out coaching them, Phillip Rivers going into Foxborough, and quite frankly choking a little bit, and the Patriots going to another AFC Championship.
Yeah, I really would like to see Phillip Rivers, if they can get by New England. It would be nice to see Phillip Rivers win one.
Well, Phillip Rivers or Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I know. I'm more of a Luck guy, but honestly, the only team I don't want to win the Super Bowl at this point is Dallas.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Dallas definitely for me, and then obviously the Saints. I don't want them to beat the Eagles.
Yeah. Every team has their unique storyline that makes them like you want to cheer for them a little bit.
Yeah.
Except for Dallas.
Except for Dallas.
Yeah, theirs is we've sucked for so long, but we've
sucked for so long, but we act like we've been really good the whole time.
Yeah.
Can't you let us win? No.
Yeah. All I know is when the Browns make the playoffs next year, screw every other team. I might even cheer against my Patriots to see the Browns win a Super Bowl. If the Browns win a Super Bowl next year, oh my God, that would be awesome.
No shot.
Dude, Baker.
Maybe a playoff berth, not a Super Bowl.
I'm all in on Baker Mayfield right now.
Yeah, well, Baker couldn't make that play to get my Steelers in the playoffs, so.
Yeah, your Steelers couldn't make the plays to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
right.
True.
I'm gonna start with Philly because I know that you're fired up about this game. He's fired up. He's clamping his papers down because he is ready. But this tomorrow at 4:40 on Fox. That's where Riley will be. Will be glued to the couch.
Absolutely.
With a beer in his hand.
Yes.
And
in my Super Bowl 52 Eagles champion beer glass, by the
way. Listen, they've played once already this season, Week 11. Saints came out victorious, 48-7. Yep. Not much of a
nail biter.
I think that Drew Brees is having an MVP caliber season. I certainly think Patrick Mahomes deserves the MVP. But Drew Brees is playing as well as he ever has. The Eagles' defense still is not back to where they once were.
No.
Nick Foles is playing like Super Bowl Nick Foles, which I think is super entertaining, and I love it. But I think that the fact that Philly doesn't have their defense and they're playing in New Orleans, I think the Saints have too much firepower, and the Eagles are going to give them all that the Saints can handle. But I think that Drew Brees comes up as an MVP candidate, and New Orleans wins 38-33.
All right, that hurts, but it's okay. So I'm actually, well, first of all, let me preface since, and I'm sure Adam can relate as a Patriots fan, I haven't really had this opportunity as an Eagles fan till this year, but since we won the Super Bowl last year, the pressure I feel going into this game as a 6th seed that just snuck into the playoffs is nothing compared to the pressure last year playoffs when we were a 1 seed, and with our backup quarterback Nick Foles as well. The pressure's off because we're a 6th seed. Hey, we got in. We won a game against a good Bears team. Let's give it all we got and see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm still terrified.
The Eagles are playing inspired, by the way.
They are.
They're playing very good football.
And that's credit Doug Peterson for inspiring his team.
With some ice cream.
Yeah. All right. I'm terrified because they lost 48-7, and that was the worst I've seen the Eagles, or the most dominating performance I've seen against the Eagles since Chip Kelly era, right? And that was a bad era we don't like to talk about. But here's my glimmer of hope. My glimmer of hope is how the Saints ended the regular season and how the Eagles ended the regular season and started the postseason. And that's, well, let's look for the year. For overall, the Saints averaged 31.5 points per game and a points differential of 9.4, which was first in the league. Over the last 4 games, excluding Week 17, because they rested all their starters, they averaged 20 points, so 11.5 less points per game. And their points differential was 4.25 against 3 teams. Of those 4 teams, only one is in the playoffs, and that's the Cowboys. The other 2 were Tampa Bay, the Panthers, and the Steelers. So, Tampa Bay, Panthers, not even top 10, right? So that's encouraging at the end of the year like that. Then the rest of their starters in Week 17. So really, Drew Brees hasn't had a good game since really the Eagles game, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But for the Eagles, not as extreme, but still hearty improvements on at the end of the year. Their last 7 games, they're 6-1. For the year, they averaged 22.9 per game, and defensively they gave up 21.8. But the last 7 games, they've averaged 25.5, so about 3 more points per game, and then they've only given up 18 points per game. So a good 4 points less there. However, they haven't played offense like the Saints. Not even close. They've had a lot of home games, and they only scored 15 points last week. But it was against a really good Bears team. Here's what I think happens, or what has to happen, because I'm picking the Eagles, obviously. But what has to happen for them to win, and what in my mind is going to happen, because I think they're going to win, is it's going to be a shootout. A, like your score, it's going to be a shootout. B, they're going to have to get home with a couple pass rushes on Drew Brees and get a couple strip sacks, 1 or 2, kind of like the New England Super Bowl game. Just get home once or twice, get that game-changing turnover, and then Nick Foles is just going to have to play lights out on the other end. Because I don't think Michael Thomas and Drew Brees are going to have any trouble against our injury-ridden secondary. So our pass rush is going to have to be outstanding. And then Nick Foles is going to have to be on his shit. And I think Big Dick Nick is going to come with his shit. Golden Tate is going to go off. Alshon Jeffrey's going to catch some moss balls over people. Zach Ertz is going to be there. Dallas Goedert's going to be fucking rolling. Darren Sproles is going to go against his former team in the playoffs. And maybe his last year could be his last game ever. He's going to give it all he's got. And the Eagles are going to somehow win 35-31 in New Orleans after getting blown out a few weeks ago. They're going to be inspired. The Saints are going to be a little cocky going in, thinking they're going to just kill us. Kamara's on record of talking hella shit about the Eagles. So we're going to shut down their running game and light up Kamara and Ingram, and it's going to be up to Drew Brees, and I think he'll do pretty well, but the pass rush will get to him just enough to hold him to 31 points, and Nick Foles will do the rest.
Yeah. I'm willing to say that it's going to come down to a game-winning drive, but I think it's going to be a game-winning drive from the Saints. Seems like you think it's going to be a game-winning drive from the Eagles.
Yeah, or a game-winning strip sack.
Interesting.
Replicate the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I tell you what, this Philadelphia team reminds me a lot of the 2007 Giants, a team that got hot late with a subpar quarterback who is playing beyond his means once again. A middle tier defense,
Getting some lucky plays like a field goal going off the post.
It was a block, man.
It was a tip. It was a tip.
Give Cody Parkey his life back. Come on.
All right. To be fair, I was a Bears fan. I want to give Cody Parkey all of his. He's okay, you know. Like, it's not his fault it got tipped. Yeah, I want to say all that. But if I was a Bears fan, I would be so freaking mad at him. So I completely understand why they booed him. I get it. He's getting paid like second or third most highest paid kicker. And it's not like, oh, well, this one got tipped. It's not like he's had a good year. He's already missed 10 field goals. He's had like 5 go off the post.
That's crazy.
In one game, he had like 4 against the Lions. I think he's a good kicker. I think he had a bad year, and I think it's fine to be mad at a player who makes millions of dollars who didn't do his job. Yeah, it got tipped, but it's not like Trayvon Hester jumped like 80 feet in the air. Like, you got to kick it a little higher than that.
Yeah, I mean, he kicked it kind of low, but I don't know. I didn't appreciate the booing of Cody Parkey.
Okay, if you're in that stadium and your team just loses at first home playoff game in how many years, and they just lose it off a kick, you're not gonna boo, or you're not gonna be really upset at your kicker without seeing a replay and seeing.
I mean, I'll be upset at the team. You know, I'm not. This is just my juxtaposition on sports. I don't find it. I don't like blaming one player for a team's loss. It's a 22-person sport. And yeah, he missed it in a critical situation, but I guarantee you that Mitch Trubisky missed a critical first down throw, or someone dropped a pass, or someone missed a block, or someone didn't make a tackle that could have won them that game. It sucks for kickers that they a lot of times have all that weight on their shoulders, and they are paid to make those kicks. Don't get me confused in saying that Cody Parkey isn't at fault. He absolutely is. I just think if you're a real fan of a team, you respect the players, and booing a player is disrespectful. I will say this. In the Baltimore game, Baltimore fans started booing Harbaugh because he was keeping Joe Flacco out. I don't think that's disrespectful.
Okay.
Because Lamar Jackson wasn't playing very well for the entire game, and they have a Super Bowl winning quarterback that they kept on the bench. And you see your Super Bowl MVP sitting there on the bench.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
While your rookie quarterback is just blowing the season.
Yeah. Here's my one thing with your argument there is that when you talk about quarterbacks and wide receivers and they might mess up or some defense might blow a coverage, sure, maybe one of the plays they're out there, but they're out there a lot of different plays. The kicker is out there one time, 3 times a game or something like way less plays, and they have one job. It's not like, oh, I got to read through my progressions this play and make sure I find the open receiver at the go check. No, they know there's nothing going to happen besides I just got to kick it between these 2 posts. And we talked about this in a previous episode that the legs in the NFL have looked terrible.
Well, they have, but we were just talking about how he kicked it too low, or you can kick it too high. Like,
you can't kick it too high.
You absolutely can. That takes distance off the ball.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess if you kick like a moon
all I'm saying is, it's not a matter of making it and not making it. There's so much more into kicking. Like one out of sequence snap, one out of sequence catch, one out of sequence hold can cost a kicker 5 yards on a kick.
But my thing is, you can't compare it to a quarterback who might be on the run, throwing to a receiver who might not even be in a route they practice in practice. You know, between like two defenders in practice for a kicker, pretty much the conditions are going to be, especially when you're at your home field, should be like the exact same in a game.
Well, it seems more athletically challenging for a quarterback and wide receiver. But if you think beyond the athletic challenges, when you look at the mental challenges, a quarterback and wide receiver are out there the entire game. You know, they get to, like, settle in. Kickers go in when everything's on the line, and it's like, okay, here's your one chance. Not even your ass has been on the bench the entire game, but go in and win. Just go in, and what you do right here is either great for our season or it ruins our season.
Yeah.
And I would like to say this. Beyond everything else, I was so impressed by Cody Parkey after, I'm sure a lot of people saw this. And I'm not exactly like the most religious person, but when I saw Cody Parkey miss the field goal and then point up at the sky as to say, you know, like, thank you, Lord, or whatever, that kind of gave me chills. And I saw it live. This man just had probably the worst play of his career that's going to haunt him forever. And his first thought was, you know, I'm going to give respect to, you know, my God.
I'm grateful for being in the position that I'm in.
Yeah, and he knows in his mind God has put him in a position, and if he made a mistake, it's because his God wanted him to. Yeah. And I respect the hell out of that. I really did.
I do. I really respected that. I thought that was really cool, and I think, like I said, I think Cody Parker's a good kicker. He just had a bad year and a bad moment there, and yeah, it got tipped. My thing that I thought got overblown was when everybody was talking about how professional he was in the locker room afterwards and saying, you know, hey, you know, I'm sorry, it's my fault, etc. I mean, yes, that was impressive, I guess, but what is he supposed to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, he's going to be like, nah, fuck my team, I don't care, I'm glad I got my money, man. Yeah, I don't care that I missed that kick, I don't feel bad at all. Like,
well, a lot of people would hide from the press, or at least say, you know, I don't want to comment.
Maybe so, but
it's
his job, right? That's his job to go out there and make the kick. So if it doesn't go well, he should be okay dealing with that.
His teammates had his back too, which was nice to see.
He's gonna be he's not getting cut, guys.
No, I don't think he should.
Well, he's not because of his contract.
Yeah,
they're not gonna cut him and take that dead money because he gets paid a lot, and I don't think he should. I think he's a good kicker that had a bad year, had some bad bounces, had a lot of uprights get hit. That's
insane, honestly. If you look at how many he hit, it's crazy.
Yeah, in one game he hit 4.
They have compilations of him just doinking it off the field goal post.
It's insane. My thing is, I think somehow kickers have gotten worse over the last few years. I don't understand why, and whether or not it's hard for them to come off the bench, make the kick. Yeah, it's high pressure. I'm just saying I understand why if I was a Bears fan, I would have been really upset at my entire team. But if I was at the game, obviously as a fan, the thing you're gonna remember is the kick that could have won the game.
That's fair.
Just like the Ravens fans back when your Patriots missed the 33-yard field goal.
Yeah,
and. Just like Blair Walsh missed like a 20-something yard field goal.
Okay, that one is on Blair Walsh. I would have booted that. Yeah, I was at home and I was cheering for the Vikings. I was so mad. Yeah, dude. I was like, Blair, no.
Dude, they hate Blair Walsh now. Like he went to the Seahawks, the team that they beat. He ended up on the Seahawks, and when he came back to the Vikings, like they booed him when he ran out of the tunnel. I mean, deep hatred for Blair Walsh because of that. But I understand it. I get that the
one.
Heartbreak there.
Yeah, because it was like, you know, Vikings fans were sitting there like, oh, we've won, you know, awesome.
Yeah, it's like
a chip shot with a supposedly good field goal kicker.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, and they went into Seattle, who was supposed to win the game, and they almost pulled it off, and then Blair Walsh just shanked it.
Yep.
Just shanked it. Damn. And there was no one else. It was good snap, good hold. Terrible kick. It was so bad.
Oh, But anyways, Cody Parkey will rebound next year. Bears are going to be here for a good amount of years forward.
Yeah, they have a good core. They've already paid Khalil Mack. Mitch is only getting better every year. Nagy, he's a good coach.
Nothing but positive things to look forward to for the Bears.
I'd like to see them go get some receivers, though.
Yes, they need more weapons, and Mitch needs to develop a little more as well.
Yeah.
All right, time for some stuff.
Excuse me.
Transitioning to some stuff here. Adam, you want to tell them what our topic is?
Yeah, if you guys remember, if you listened to the last episode, the way we went with stuff is we had a main topic, and then we each came up with 2 subtopics on our own, and we tell each other right now. We have no real idea of what the other is going to say, so it's going to be on the spot opinions. Our stuff category for this week is tattoos. I have 2 tattoos. Riley, I don't think, has any.
No tattoos.
So we just wanted to talk about the world of tattoos. So, Riley, you want to go first?
Sure. Since you're a little more well versed in tattoos than I wanted to get your opinion on what you think. What you think about word tattoos versus picture tattoos?
I think it all. My personal opinion is I like picture tattoos, but I think that I'm someone. My opinion on tattoos is like they're supposed to be what you like and what something that you would be willing to like keep. I don't think that they all have to mean something. I think you can easily just say, I think this is really, really cool. I'm going to get it. But I don't think the only word tattoo that I will probably get is a handwritten one. It's from a note that my dad wrote me, and it just says "Don't half-ass," but it's in his handwriting, and that's if you know my dad, that's like the epitome of like how my dad would speak to me. But he loves me. He's cool. But yeah, I'm not big on handwritten tattoos or word tattoos, but I see why some people like them. I think it's nice to have pictures because you can know the meaning, and that's really all who needs to know.
Yeah, and my second question from that kind of or a sub question from that you kind of already answered was, if you were to get another of each, which one, you said the word one, what would be your next picture tattoo? Right now, on the spot, if you had to get one.
Oh, well, actually, I was supposed to get a tattoo in 2 days. And my next tattoo, I think I'm getting the hands from the creation of man, the Da Vinci painting.
Oh, yeah.
It's, for those of you who don't know, it's God and Adam reaching out to touch each other. I think it's symbolic.
You're doing that because your name is Adam?
I think that's part of it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's really like, in my mind, when you just see the hands, you don't know whose hand is who. And I think that's kind of symbolic of how, we can be our own God for, like, we're the God of our own destiny. That's kind of, that's how I think of it. But yeah, I was actually supposed to get a tattoo in 2 days, but that appointment fell through. So I'm going to try to reschedule it.
All right. Thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Well, let me give my quick, opinion on tattoos as a whole. I think tattoos are cool. I think when people have tattoos, I'm interested to see what they are, see what they mean, why they got them. Obviously, there are, in my opinion, some dumb tattoos out there.
Yeah.
But I don't judge anyone for having tattoos. I would never get a tattoo myself.
Why is that?
Just because I feel like I don't possess the good enough decision making to decide on something that I would really want on me for the rest of my life. I I don't trust my 20-year-old self to choose something that in like 40 years I'm gonna be okay with it like on my body.
You know, my biggest tattoo is I decided to get it the day I got it.
Yeah, and see, but you decided to get it when you got the day you got it, but I feel like you're just more like you know what you want, and you're okay no matter what living with the consequences. Sometimes I'll make a decision and I'll just like really not be okay with the consequences.
I mean, it is what it is.
I don't know. It had to be something like crazy, like if Nick Foles wins the Super Bowl, like for the next, I don't know.
That's the one.
If the Eagles win like 4 Super Bowls in a row.
See, I have a rule to never get a tattoo of a person or an organization because they can always do something bad. Like if you say you get a Nick Foles tattoo and he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, serial rapist," and now you're stuck with a Nick Foles tattoo. It's like what? I mean,
I wouldn't get a Nick Foles tattoo, but yeah, no, that's a good point. If anyone got Darren Sharper, I don't know if you remember Darren Sharper.
Yeah.
He used to be an elite safety for the Saints. Now he's in jail for
or
like 30 counts of rape or something crazy.
I mean, who knows? Like, I mean, you don't want to be associated with a lot of people or organizations.
God forbid you got a Riley Cooper tattoo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Riley Cooper out there. Yikes.
God, that guy. You know what's really sad? What's really sad, before he said that, since his name was Riley and I was an Eagles fan, I actually have a Riley Cooper jersey.
Oh man. You should throw that away.
I don't ever. It's like buried in my closet. Like when I watch Eagles games, I put out all these different jerseys that I have. That one is not used.
This you know,
I'm waiting for a good number 14 to come on the Eagles so I can put some duct tape and write a new name over it.
This just in, Riley Cregan, racist? Question mark?
I'm gonna wake up to some headlines tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, you want to hit me with your
Yeah.
topic?
Tell me what your thoughts are on girls with tattoos. Would you date a girl with tattoos?
It wouldn't be the reason I would not date a girl. I guess. Does that make sense? It's not like if I was gonna
a deal breaker.
Yeah, if I was gonna date a girl and she had a couple tattoos, I really liked her, I wouldn't not date her. Now if she had like, if her entire face was just like covered in tattoos, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's not like I meet this girl, we're hitting it off, and then like, I find out she has a tattoo on her back, and I'm gonna be like, oh, well, never mind.
Well, tell me this: is it spotty tattoos that you're okay with? Like, say, oh yeah, I have a tattoo on my foot and on one on my leg and one on my back and then one on my arm. You're okay with that? Or what if she has like a full sleeve?
That'd be tougher, but once again, if I'm imagining like Rachel if she got like which is hilarious. Imagine Rachel with a sleeve. That would never happen. But my girlfriend Rachel like,
do it.
that I really like. Obviously, I love her. So like, if I'm imagining her, if she went and got like a sleeve of tattoos, would I break up with her? No. If I love someone like I love Rachel, then no. If I was like kind of like this girl and then she whipped out like a sleeve of like some, like terrifying looking tattoo.
What the tattoo is does matter.
Like if it's like some like I don't know, hard heavy metal like rock
some pot
band
leaves
like,
and stuff like that. Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah. The tattoo would matter, but it would tell me more about their character, obviously, than I may have known. Not like it's bad, like depending on what the tattue was. Like Adam said, if it was like a bunch of like guns or like like scary looking demons or something, like I'd be a little concerned. I would probably try to get out of there. But if I love someone like if Layla or Rachel, so someone we obviously love, got a sleeve of tattoos, I would not just like break up with her because of her tattoos.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, you have the go ahead. That's what I'm hearing. I know you told me before this. This is why I brought it up, actually, Riley. She texted me and wanted me to get your opinion on if she could get double sleeves. And
Okay.
yeah, so
That sounds like her.
yeah, you got the go, right, Rachel. You're good.
Yeah, we'll talk privately.
I think tattoos on girls is fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, a sleeve. If Layla went out and got a sleeve.
I mean, Layla's not the type of person to get a sleeve, but like if I met a girl who had a sleeve and I was single, I'd say, oh, that's kind of badass.
All right.
I like tattoos.
It would not be the reason I did not date a girl. It would also not be the reason I would date a girl.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. As long as it's nothing stupid. Like, if you have pot leaves on you, look, I'm sorry. Even if we have listeners, this is probably in the show for you, man. If you have pot leaves tattooed on you, that's a bad break for you, man. That's rough.
Yeah, and any face tattoos.
Not any. I don't go with any. I wouldn't go with any.
What face tattoo is okay?
I don't know. I feel like you could do some cool ones. I mean, I would never.
What face tattoo?
It depends on what your profession is.
Yes, I was gonna say if you're in the normal profession.
If you're in a professional setting, yeah, you probably shouldn't go face tattoo. But that doesn't mean none of them are cool.
No. I mean, like, yeah, it's pretty badass. Like
Post Malone's sword on his face. That's kind of
if you're a Post Malone and they literally don't have an employer.
Yeah. If you're an artist, go ahead, get all the face tattoos you want.
All right. So I kind of want to end on mine. So why don't you do your next one?
Well, I think you've already answered. I was going to ask if you'd ever get one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I guess it would have to be something really special, like I said, like really, or something I saw that's really like blew my mind. I was like, wow, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I want it on my body.
Would you get like a family tattoo? You know, like maybe you have a kid and like you get their little baby handprint on you.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to have the kid first. Rachel,
double sleeves and pregnancy coming in hot.
Oh yeah, that'll spice up the relationship. All right. Okay, moving on.
Oh jeez.
I want to end on this. We're doing a little would you rather with tattoo edition.
Okay.
I got two different would you rathers.
Okay.
They're both circulating. Well, first I want to ask, face tattoo. You already kind of gave me your opinion on face tattoo. Give me your opinion on a butt cheek tattoo.
A butt tat, man. I'd get a butt tat.
Okay.
They're meanutless. Like,
Okay.
Like, I would never get a serious tattoo on my butt, but I think you can get fun. One of my friends, his name is Trey Turner. Shout out to Trey. His drunken alter ego, he referred to himself as Yurt, which is Trey backwards, and he got Yurt tattooed on his butt. And I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. If I had something
no one will see it, and it's
funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyways, I did a would you rather. The first one is comparing two word tattoos.
Okay.
On the face.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, if would you rather have a tattoo on your forehead that says "I heart my baby girl"?
Oh.
Or a tattoo of "Never stop smiling" shaped in a smile underneath your mouth.
Under, like, where my soul patch would be?
Yeah.
Never stop smiling?
Yeah, it's shaped in a smile.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with the never stop smiling, but those are two terrible ones to have.
So tell me why. Why not the "I heart my baby girl"?
On my
Layla
forehead?
would love
I wouldn't
that.
get anything on my forehead, first of all.
Wait, you get one under your bottom lip?
I can grow a beard.
Okay, true.
To cover it up. But if I...
But it will extend up into your cheeks, like up into the smile.
It just seems smaller somehow. It
Yeah.
seems more discreet. And, like, if you have... Baby girl saying that makes me cringe. It reminds me of that... have you seen that video of that... It's like that cringe dude who's like, I love you, baby girl. I love you more than there are grains of sand on every beach. by every ocean on every planet of the galaxy.
I have not seen that.
You guys everybody needs to go look it up. It's something like, just type in "I love you, baby girl" on YouTube, and you'll see it, and then you'll want to rip your eyeballs out. It is so rough. It's so rough to watch.
All right. The next would you rather is revolving around butt cheeks.
Right or left? I'd go left.
Sometimes one of them actually includes both. So, would you rather have a
dramatic.
tattoo of a picture? These are pictures, not words.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, one cheek is, or both cheeks are,
You had a lot of fun writing these down.
are drawn in the shape and image of a woman's breast.
It's the old boob butt.
Yeah, a boob butt. Okay. The cleavage or the gap being your butt crack. Yes. Or a picture of Layla holding her nose on one butt cheek, giving the impression that your butt stinks.
I think that's pretty funny. I do Layla. Making my whole butt a portrait feels wrong. I'd feel bad making a tattoo artist do that.
Yeah. Well, which one?
I'll do Layla saying my butt stinks. It doesn't though.
I mean, I'm not saying it does, but
My butt smells fine.
This was not an attack on the odor of your butt.
Felt like it.
Well, I'm sorry if that's. I see how you may have felt that way, but I apologize. All right, so Adam, you know what that means, right? That means you have to go get never stop smiling on your below your lips, and then go get a picture of Layla holding her nose on left.
I'll go left.
Butt cheek.
Well, if that's what I got to do.
Hey,
It seems like I walked right into that.
We'll do a Twitter poll if Adam should get these tattoos.
Well, let's see. Coming up this week, we got these games. We'll preview. Next week, we'll preview the championship, the AFC and NFC championship games.
Yeah.
The following week, Riley won't be with us. Layla will actually be co-hosting in 2 weeks.
Heard a lot about her, so time to hear from her.
Yeah. And then we'll be back probably previewing the Super Bowl.
Where it'll be the Colts versus the Eagles. 2 6 seeds.
Hot take.
Nah, probably. I don't know. It will be the Colts.
It won't be the Colts.
What do you think? It's the Patriots?
Yeah.
It's Colts.
I'm still going Patriots-Rams. My pick is still alive and well.
Mine was Patriots-Seahawks, but I'm changed it to Colts. Not Seahawks, unfortunately.
Well, that'll do it then. We'll see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you.
Yeah, go Birds.
Bye, guys.